Full screen.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 62nd episode of Screaming Into the Void, where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and with me are my co-hosts, the Hijabi Gamer.
Hi, I'm the Hijabi Gamer, aka Player of Destiny.
And Ryan, the hashtag Tyranny Hooker.
Well, pretty much talk about whatever we want, unless it was last night on Abyssal Musings.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. I had to walk into it. So.
So for those of you, last night, there was a bit of a change up in format for Abyssal Musings for the regular Friday night show. We ended up simulcasting from Linus Exiled's channel and doing kind of a joint show there instead. We will be back to format next week. As a bit of an impromptu thing. It just kind of worked out that way. So it's still a good show. I'd say go watch it, enjoy it. It's actually not doing too bad in the numbers too, weirdly. It's not my usual thing. There was a lot more stuff about, relationships and abusing, your privilege when it comes to being arrested for driving on the wrong side of the road. So yeah. It's a good show. Go watch it. It's fun. It's a little different than what we usually do, though.
Don't go watch it right now after this.
Obviously.
I was
Obviously,
about
don't
to
watch
go
it
and
like
watch
this
it.
second.
Damn it! What, you guys are confusing me. I was about to go and watch it. Now you're saying don't go watch it.
Anywho, go watch it later when we're done here. Anywho, let's say hello to the chat. I see Kohai say she's first. Clue Channel is second. We got Super Suka swearing up a storm right out of the gate. Too little, too late, buddy.
Oh, that was on my channel. He did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was on yours.
Got Shadow of Hawk in the chat. Kenzo, good to see you, buddy. Welcome. I see that you wanted to take a break from being abused by Dermy. Well, hang on over here for a while and let your butthole heal a little bit.
What the fuck, man?
Kenzo and True Pop 7, Culture 7, and Devil Made Me Do It are always being forced to do these late night streams with Dermy.
We like to call them Maoist struggle sessions.
Yeah. He just abuses the crap out of them. I think they get their revenge on Friday nights on Ballbusters, but still. Well, truth be told, my asshole was on fire, but not for that reason.
Tell lie.
Yeah. No, I'm not lying.
lying.
I'm not 100% certain what I had to eat, but it didn't take.
It was called man juice. We're starting out with a bang.
Yeah, it's just it was poop, it was fire, it was all those things. Thank you, Shadow. Appreciate it. Yeah, the music in the intro is some copyright free stuff that I found with my editing program that worked out pretty well.
Hold on. I made a promise.
Oh,
What happened
it's squash.
to your beard?
There we go.
No more beard.
Fix that.
Maybe once it's not summertime, because it's fucking hot, man.
It
It's
doesn't
not
matter.
hot,
You're ugly now.
It's not the beard. First of all, that was mean.
Ugly.
I'm sorry, you don't know the joke about it. A while back, a guy I work with had a beard for a long time, and then one day I go up to him, Josh, what happened? He's like, he shaved. I'm like, you're ugly now.
How you won?
Who
I didn't
won?
mean it in the bad way. I was joking.
Bernie?
No,
Yeah.
I know. I
else
didn't. I didn't honestly take
Damn
offense to it. It's either hit or miss. Some people like me without the hat. Other people don't like me without the hat. And it's like, yeah.
But the goatee does look good. You look handsome. with
Yeah,
goatee.
yeah. I was waiting for you to get to that one.
Of course, now if you were to do it like my brothers in the Corpus, I'd be even more approving of it. The squares.
Don't know
on-
what
on
that
the-
means.
Just look up Piso and you'll see he's got squares on his chin and cheeks.
Oh man,
Yeah, he does look more.
20%.
Ryan looks
more
20% more evil with the goatee. He's
That is-
Mirror Universe Ryan.
Oh
Yes.
no! I guess,
Is it
yeah.
your
No
court
beard, no
haircut?
hat. Is that your? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no. See, for me, it's the hat. The hat. Without the hat, you look funny.
I'm wearing my Destiny hat.
I was like, I
Yeah.
saw Ryan for the first time without a hat. Like he and I have been streaming together for what, like 7-8 months now.
It's got to be longer than that, dude. Right?
Something like that. But we've been streaming together for a while now, and I have never seen him without a hat until like yesterday. It blew my mind. It was the weirdest thing.
It actually comes off.
It does come
I
off.
thought
Yeah.
it was part of your head.
Yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I have other two hats that are replacing it because it got it's old, so it started it kind of gets that eventually gets grungy where you can't really clean it that well, so you got to kind of let it go. But I mean, I still have it. I haven't thrown it out yet because the other two hats aren't here.
Yep. It's like Bernie says. It's visually.
It's visually
Some weird. It's weird. Greetings,
it's
Mario
weird.
Costa Santana. Welcome to the show.
He was just at my stream.
Yep. We get a little more nuts here than Kat does usually. I'm not going to break out the blue raspberry right away, but it may come out. We'll see.
I'd about to say don't say nuts with cat here. Good Christian channel.
I'm not
Right?
Christian. How can it be?
I am.
Good. Yeah, I'm not either.
The problem is I'm
I know,
blatantly, obviously not Christian. It's like
That's a funny joke because Samuel's atheist.
yeah, but
I'm not
Agnostic.
atheist. Why do you keep saying
Agnostic.
I'm not that
Agnostic.
either.
What are you then? Oh, never mind.
I'm a
No, but-
polytheist.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
I
but
just
the
remember
difference
that.
is
It's been a while
you
since
guys
we've
could
had
easily
a
be mistaken
spiritual
for Christian.
conversation.
Yeah, no, like I don't worship any of them. Doesn't mean I don't believe that they're there.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, well,
I call shenanigans.
yeah, I prefer the term godless heathen. It's more fun that way.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh, is it? Is that what it is?
Sounds cooler. I agree.
I mean,
Godless
for me.
sounds ridiculously cool.
So,
It definitely is much cooler.
I prefer
Yeah.
infidel.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
boring. Godless heathen is cooler.
it is. I like it. So, you guys, I know Ryan, you've probably been following the Oliver Anthony stuff, right?
Mm-mm. I don't think
A
so.
little bit.
Dude with
Richmond,
the
north of
song.
Richmond.
No, I haven't followed any of it. What's the deal with that? Why is everybody so butthurt?
Everybody's butthurt because dude hit it big with a song that hits home. And
okay.
if we're gonna watch it, we're gonna listen to it.
Well, shit, you
Um,
seen it, so yeah.
we're probably we're probably going to have to EFAP this a little bit. It's about 3 minutes long or so, but it's worth the listen. It's a good song. So I'm also not going to full screen this. You guys can see it's just a dude with his camera and his guitar, so it's this way we can keep it going without the stupid thing screwing up on me. But yes, I know some of you in my chat have heard this song as well. So this guy is from a YouTube channel called, and I think he's on other socials as well, Oliver Anthony Music. Now I looked up some stuff, and his name is actually Christopher Anthony Lunsfeld, something like that. Oliver Anthony was his grandfather, so when it's a tribute to him. Is where the name comes from. But people have been calling him Oliver all over the internet because they didn't know any better until he publicly stated that. But yeah, so here we go, folks.
So, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is.
So we are going to have to pause this periodically and talk a little bit and all that stuff. I'd rather avoid the copyright if we can, but I also think it's important that we all hear this. And right out of the gate, he talks about selling his soul, working overtime for not enough pay and all that, and that's something that a lot of people can relate to right off the bat.
I'm just jealous of the fact that he can work overtime. I'm not allowed to work overtime. I'm only allowed to work 40 hours. It sucks.
I think I have an excellent question. I'm still, unless it goes further into this, I guess I'm still kind of like missing where people are super butthurt about it. They feel like this is a statement?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So the song's name is Rich Men North of Richmond, as in Richmond, Virginia, which was and which is south of Washington, D.C. The song is clearly about politicians making life hard on everybody, right? And as you go along, he talks about taxation and that sort of thing, and welfare and that kind of thing. But where the lefties are losing their minds is that he's saying Richmond, like it's like they don't understand what alliteration is or a good flow of a song title, because Richmond was for a while the capital of the CSA as well, and so they're assuming that he's talking about the Mason-Dixon line, which I don't agree. I think that first of all, the place he lives is about like 60 miles from Richmond, Virginia. So it's like the closest big city to where he is. It makes a good song title. The alliteration's good. And Washington, D.C. is literally north of Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Behemoth. Comics find found with everything. They just want to find a foul with something.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's because it's resonating with a lot of people. A lot of people, the song is resonating, and part of it is because it's not polished. It's not like the recent smash hit "Try That in a Small Town." And I don't listen to country music as a rule, but these things obviously crop up when they go viral. So
I really like that song, especially because I grew up in a smaller,
right,
what would be considered. Yeah, so it's like you don't. Yeah, you're gonna get jacked up. You try that kind of crap.
Right, but it's also very polished, very CMT, very
oh yeah, of course. I mean,
professionally done.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's because the individual that did it, of course, is a professional musician. So
yeah,
this guy is using no auto tune. He's got a friend holding a handheld camera. It's just him, his guitar, his voice.
Okay, well, I mean,
and
it's just a viral video that
everybody's
butthurt about.
Basically, but it's because not just the words. The words obviously are resonating with a lot of people, but it's the fact that he's feeling them. It's very raw. It's not something that he recorded in his studio 100 fucking times before they got it right and sent it out.
Mm-hmm.
This is there's a realness to this that you don't get a lot with mainstream music, and that of course hits some chords with people. I mean, even regardless of what the message is. Yeah. So let us continue.
Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that what you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men.
I think he, yeah. He's starting to see it now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All the
know-
commie ass bags who want to control everybody's lives are mad.
Yep. There was a YouTuber, I forget his name. I think I might have clipped his bit where he breaks it down somewhere. And he's just like, oh, well, he's talking about the Mason-Dixon line. He's talking about, all the baggage that came with the Civil War and all this stuff. And I was like, are you fucking stupid? No, he isn't.
Yeah. People are stupid.
I was like, there's no hidden message here. And the dude himself will tell you the very first off, he's not that kind of guy. He's not that kind of clever. There's no hidden message. This is a song written by a guy who's frustrated not just with the way things are going in this country, but with his own life and his own choices. So, Kat,
Yeah.
you have any thoughts?
No, I agree. I get it. I said the lefties will get pissed over anything. That's it. You can literally give them food, go up to someone and be like, here's a cookie. Oh my God, you gave me a chocolate chip cookie. That's black hate, racism, sexism. There's no pleasing them at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we just get through the chorus. He's got a few more verses, and I think he repeats the chorus at one point. I mean, it's a song, so there we go. I do like his guitar work.
I wish politicians look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down.
So he just called out everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All at once.
It's right.
He is. I've been watching a lot of reactions to this on YouTube because they're everywhere now because everybody's jumped on this thing. This is a very he's gone viral, so you know how it is with clickbait. But every time he gets to this part where he says, "I wish politicians would look out for minors," as in miners. I mean, he's from Virginia. He's from Appalachia. It's coal country, and there's a long history of coal miners being screwed and worked to death down there.
Oh, I thought he meant minors as in looking out for minors in the sense of making laws and protecting kids. I didn't realize he meant minors because he then says the line about not the ones on the island. So I thought he meant actually.
He does.
Yeah, I thought he meant actually looking out for kids, protecting
It's
them.
a play on words.
Yeah.
It's a play on words. I think he's hitting both points with one line.
Ah, okay.
Yes. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, he is talking about kids because he says the next thing about not minors on islands somewhere, minors minors. That's in line with the initial statement with what he said was like basically being worked to death for little pay that's then taxed to next to nothing. This is a consistent problem that's happened in a lot of blue collar areas, particularly in mining communities like the Virginias, like Tennessee, Kentucky, even some of the places where they do open pit coal mining, like out where I live. Although less so, but yeah, there have been minor wars fought that were never known by the majority of the public between the working man and the coal companies in some of those hills. People have been killed over it. For 100 years or more.
So what ultimately is everybody throwing a fit about? Because I don't know what anybody's throwing a fit about. I mean, I can imagine, but I do we have specifics, or are we talking about everybody just as it's just everybody's new racism, whatever thing that they want to label it, whatever.
Well, I think the biggest part is is the North-South thing, because he's white, because he's talking about people who are south of the Mason-Dixon. He's not just talking about people who are south of the Mason-Dixon, but that's the way it's being portrayed by the detractors. They're of course saying that he's a Confederate and he's a racist and all this stuff.
It does not make any sense. I haven't even
No,
read the
it
whole.
doesn't.
It's clearly he's talking about Washington. He's singing about Washington. It's obvious. You'd have to be really, really dumb to get that message out of it. That's just stupid.
Yep.
People just want something to they, like I said, you can literally give someone a chocolate chip cookie and they'll be like, "Oh my God, more racism, you're a racist, black hate." They'll even find a way to bunch in homophobia if you give someone you go up to someone and be like, "Here, have a nice day, have a delicious, warm, freshly baked cookie. You're a racist and a homophobe." Yeah, they'll find a way to look to see that in everything.
Yeah.
This is actually an interesting take. Zuby on Twitter says obviously he's a black man, and he's not an American. So he says 20 years ago, Rich Men North of Richmond would have been considered a left-wing anthem because of its about working class struggle, elitist corruption, and the frustration of an average Joe. Things are so inverted that these sentiments are now considered right-wing. Yeah.
He ain't wrong.
No, he's not wrong. And that's why I wanted to actually kind of just did a real quick Twitter search, because if you're going to find people spurging out about it, it's going to be Twitter.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
lovely.
So yeah, it's just I think that because it's resonating with a lot of people left and right, I think they're calling him out for that reason. If it didn't hit, nobody would say a crossword about this guy.
Yeah.
But it does. It hits home and it hits in the heart. And not least of which because of his heartfelt vocals. I mean, they're raw and they're rough and they're unrefined, but there's something about the pitch of them that kind of gut punches you.
All right, here we go. This is fun. YouTube music critic Anthony Fentano says Oliver Anthony's Rich Men North of Richmond is bigoted and invokes Civil War era tropes.
That's the guy I was referring to earlier.
Fantano criticizes Anthony for claiming to speak for the working class while living on 90 acres of land, which Anthony lives in a $750 camper he bought off Craigslist, according to his Thursday Facebook post. So, like, who cares? You don't think maybe what if he has 90 acres? He could probably sell that and have millions of dollars, but it doesn't mean that maybe the dude didn't freaking grow up poor. Like, what are you talking about?
Here's the thing: is those 90 acres probably he didn't buy, probably have been in his family. That doesn't mean he has money.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's a great point. Well, no, I'm not saying he bought it. I'm saying, but he could sell it for millions.
Right, but that's the implication when this guy says, "Oh, he lives on 90 acres," and it's like, so what? That's probably ancestral land.
Yeah,
there's a lot of ancestral land in those parts.
Well, I'm sure if he were to say that it's ancestral land, then of course it would be you're a colonizer, you took it from the Native Americans and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, when I say ancestral land, I mean that multiple generations of that man's family.
No, I know, but you know what the weirdos are going to say. They always go to the same nonsensical bullshit, and they can't just enjoy something being good. There always has to have like some hidden message that's not there.
Yeah.
But that's the guy. He does this whole like, oh, it's all about Civil War and it's about the South will rise again and it's about racist baggage from the Civil War. I was just like, it's not.
It's like really, because I've never heard in my life ever any moment that I've lived in the South, anybody I've ever interacted with, whether I've ever been in Georgia or Alabama, never heard anybody out of the words "the South will rise again" ever. So if it's something that's that prominent, then I don't know where you ran into it, because I lived there for 11 years and I didn't run into that shit. So
only people I've ever heard say anything remotely like "the South will rise again" had never stepped foot in the South a day in their lives.
I would probably agree with that.
There were usually out chapters of very small white sheeted organizations that are actually no threat to anybody except maybe the occasional pieces of nailed together plywood.
You mean the about 2,700 national members of a certain organization that actually has a registration, so we know how many there really are. You know those ones that are apparently knocking on every door trying to. It's just good God.
You know why they have a national registration, right?
Well, yeah, because they're an actual
an official branch of the
Yeah.
Democratic Party.
Oh God, no.
Have always been. That's and anybody out there saying that I'm full of it, go back, look at history.
Yeah.
No, they just say
the KKK was a branch of the DNC. They were created by the DNC.
They just call it the Great Switch or something like that now, where supposedly the everything went like that.
Nope, that's a different can of worms. One.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So let's continue on here.
Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just want to have total control. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, because your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, cause the rich men know the rich men.
I do like the guitar work quite a bit.
I do too.
Yeah, they steal our money so they can give it to someone else. So you work your ass
I've been
off.
selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
No,
Oh,
that's
that
pretty
was-
much the.
This is a super racist song, guys. I'm really
I
kind of
know,
shocked.
right?
I'm really kind of in awe right now.
I'm staggered. I'm set back on my heels by the sheer amount of racist vitriol that came pouring out of that man's soul. That is such a line of bullshit. I feel sick just saying that shit out loud, man. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like, who the fuck listens to that and says that this? I mean, go ahead.
Like I said,
Mindless,
you can
brainless.
literally give them a cookie. You can literally go to your oven, make a batch of cookies,
Give them
give
anything.
someone a freshly baked chocolate chip cookie, and they will find a way to tell you how baking cookies is racist, it's homophobic, how dare you, you're a horrible person, and all you're doing is baking a cookie for them. They want to find it, and they will find they'll find a way to call my cat racist. The only thing I just don't understand is why is it that it's known that black people vote for Democrats? Because if I were black and I knew that KKK was Democrat, you think the last thing I'd vote for is for the Democrats?
Well, if they taught actual history in school, then people probably would know that, but they don't.
But yeah, I mean, they literally need something to complain about. They will, like I said, I made a YouTube video about something similar a while back where I talked about how just because it looks like it's discrimination doesn't mean it's just, if you approach it with the attitude that you want to find discrimination, you're going to find everything is discrimination. If you look at it and you want to find whatever, you're going to find it. If you look for it. I brought up several examples where on the outside it looks like discrimination, but then when you pause and you look at it again, it's like when I fly on a plane. People are like, oh, everyone must stop you because of the hijab. I'm like, no, they stop me because I literally have a backpack full of electronics. You'd have to be a complete total numbnut to not stop me and go through my bag when I have literally like 10, 15 electronics. So sometimes they have a miserable life and all they want to do is find something to complain about or be miserable about. I pity these people. Anyway, sorry about that.
No, you're good. Yeah, it's just there's There's a lot to kind of unpack with this this one song. Now he's got other music. This is just the one that really hit big for him, and they weren't expecting that at all. And so a lot of people are saying like, oh, he's just trying to make a bunch of money and he's trying to go viral and all this stuff as well as the other obvious like dog whistle shit. But and this comes to us from the Daily Mail here. So apparently he's been getting a lot of offers too, though, from music producers and whatnot about, taking his act national, putting him in arenas and shit like that. And he turned them down, which is interesting. It says Oliver Anthony reveals he's turned down $8 million offers after surging to Apple Music's global #1, saying he wrote Richmond North of Richmond while suffering depression, which, I mean, you can hear it. So, yeah. Quoting from him, and again, I don't believe his name is not Oliver Anthony. It's Christopher Anthony Lunsfeld. I think it's Lunsfeld. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself. But he says, I'm sitting in such a weird place in my life right now. I never wanted to be a full-time musician, much less sit at the top of the iTunes charts. I still don't quite believe what has went on since we uploaded that. It's just strange to me. He says he's confessed to having gotten blank stares from people in the music industry after having rejected the offers of $8 million.
Wow.
Which, I mean, yeah. To me, I hear that and I think, okay, dude means what he says.
Well,
and
and
he's go ahead.
in all honesty, though, too, like, if you get picked up by a label that they own your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he posted this kind of lengthy introduction to himself, and we're gonna go through that because I think what he says here is pretty important. He introduces himself, kind of how he feels about things and all that, and then yeah. So this is from Oliver Anthony Music. It's been difficult as I browse through the 50,000 plus messages and emails I've received in the last week. The stories that have been shared paint a brutally honest picture: suicide, addiction, unemployment, anxiety, and depression, hopelessness, and the list goes on. I'm sitting in such a weird place in my life right now. I never wanted to be a full-time musician, much less sit at the top of the iTunes charts. Draven from Radio WV and I filmed these tunes on my land with the hope that it may hit 300,000 views. I still don't quite believe what has went on since we uploaded that. It's just strange to me. And it's done something like 12 million in like a couple of days. 12 million views across multiple platforms. It's taken off. People in the music industry give me blank stares when I brush off $8 million offers. I don't want 6 tour buses, 15 tractor trailers, and a jet. I don't want to play stadium shows. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I wrote the music I wrote because I was suffering with mental health and depression. These songs have connected with millions of people on such a deep level because they're being sung by someone feeling the words in the very moment they were being sung. I think that's an important distinction.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously it's not about the money, and two, if he were to sell himself out for the money, it kind of goes against a lot of what the song
Yeah.
means, right?
Yeah.
So I think that shows a pretty high moral compass, but that's also another thing too that weirdos don't appreciate is
Yeah.
people with morals, because their moral compass is about as loose as you know what? No, we're not going to make a joke. We'll just say that it's extremely loose.
Oh, okay. Caucasian Sasquatch says 17 million on WV radio alone.
Yeah, well, it's on every like social media platform now, from what I understand, because I went to his page, so it's spreading like a wildfire.
It is. No, it's no editing, no agent, no bullshit. Just some idiot and his guitar. the style of music that we should have never gotten away from in the first place. I mean, I'm a fan of like really big, orchestral stuff myself. So, I'll take that for what it is. But I understand what he's saying is that this kind of thing, this sort of, a lot of people are calling this country. It's not country, it's bluegrass. Bluegrass is, it's got some things in common with country, but it's not quite the same thing. It was music that was made by people in poor and dire circumstances for people in poor and dire circumstances. So that being said, I've never taken the time to tell you who I actually am. Here's a formal introduction. My legal name is Christopher Anthony Lunsford. My grandfather was Oliver Anthony, and Oliver Anthony music is a dedication not only to him, but 1930s Appalachia, where he was born and raised. Dirt floors, 7 kids, hard times. At this point, I'll gladly go by Oliver because everyone knows me as such, but my friends and family still call me Chris. You can decide for yourself. Either is fine. So that's fair enough. In 2010, I dropped out of high school at the age of 17. I have a GED from Spruce Pine, North Carolina. I worked multiple plant jobs in Western North Carolina, my last being at the paper mill in McDowell County. I worked third shift 6 days a week for $14.50 an hour in a living hell. In 2013, I had a bad fall at work and fractured my skull. It forced me to move back home to Virginia. Due to complications from the injury, it took me 6 months or so before I could work again. From 2014 until just a few days ago, I've worked outside sales in the industrial manufacturing world. My job has taken me all over Virginia and into the Carolinas, getting to know tens of thousands of other blue-collar workers on job sites and in factories. I've spent all day, every day, for the last 10 years hearing the same story. People are so damn tired of being neglected, divided, and manipulated. He's right.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing about those rich men north of Richmond. They don't listen to the people who put them in office. They don't listen to their constituents, and their constituents are people like he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't even bother to try and find out.
Well, it's also, Kalu says right there, big bands are okay. It's the middlemen, pencil pushers that are the problem. Yeah, no. It's
I agree. The music industry shit.
Yeah, it's because is the people with the big record labels toe the political line of whichever way the wind blows. So that's the big issue when you have nobody to control what you say, if you don't do it what we tell you, we're going to withhold all this money from you, then you're basically free to do whatever the hell you want. It's kind of the point of this kind of country in general, is to be able to express yourself however the fuck you want.
Yeah. Definitely, indeed. It says, in 2019, I paid $97,500 for the property and still owe about $60,000 on it. I am living in a 27-foot camper with a tarp on the roof that I got off Craigslist for $750. There's nothing special about me. I'm not a good musician. I'm not a very good person. I've spent the last 5 years struggling with mental health and using alcohol to drown it. I am sad to see the world in the state it's in, with everyone fighting with each other. I've spent many nights feeling hopeless, that the greatest country on earth is quickly fading away. That being said, I hate the way the internet has divided us all. All of us, sorry. The internet is a parasite that infects the minds of humans and has their way with them. Hours wasted, goals forgotten, loved ones sitting in houses with each other distracted all day by technology made by the hands of other poor souls in sweatshops in a foreign land. There is nothing he said there that's inaccurate, as I say this from the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. It is. And I mean, this is like, obviously, this is what we do. We do internet, but what we fail to consider many times, and he's right here, is that internet does us too, not just in Soviet Russia. When is enough enough? When are we going to fight for what is right again? Millions have died protecting the liberties we have. Freedom of speech is such a precious gift. Never in world history has the world had the freedom it currently does. Don't let them take it away from you. just like those once wandering in the desert, we have lost our way from God and have. I'm gonna have to bring that up. All right, have let false idols distract us, and it's a damn shame. And that's the post, I believe. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
in its entirety.
he obviously likes Jesus, so of course he's a terrible person. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't like Jesus. What are you talking about?
Oh, I mean that's my takeaway. I mean, if you're into Jesus, like to hell with you.
Yeah.
I don't got a problem with it. Good. I'm for good practicing Christians. A lot of respect for. It's not enough.
Kenzo.
Yes, but the media does not.
Yeah, well, hell with the media. If there's one thing I've learned from talking to people I work with is most of the people, the actual people, don't believe the garbage being said.
You know,
because Twitter isn't reality, and most of the garbage that again the politicians are pushing isn't reality. Isn't what the American people want. Talk to an average American person.
According to 81 million people, it is.
well, I mean, according to 81 million, I don't know if they're people.
The thing is also a lot of the people who vote don't even realize, like, I'll talk to people about some of the stuff. I mean, the best example is this, all right? I go to people, I'm like, abortion is legal in New Jersey up till 9 months. People in New Jersey, okay, who voted for these politicians go, no, it's not. Then I look it up for them and I show them, and they are always shocked. They don't even know what they're voting for. They don't care.
No, they don't.
And they don't understand, and that's why when you say 81 million, it's like, no, they're 81. Most of them are idiots who will vote for a particular color without knowing what are they voting for.
Well, and on top of that too, the it is easy as easy as it is for the internet to provide you with information at your fingertips. It also it's honestly made people dumber.
Yes.
Because now they can be spoon fed media and lies whenever they want. Oh, Leo's back. Good to see ya.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry, Leo. You're right. I'm sorry. 1 gazillion, bajillion, gazillion.
Yep.
Every human being on the planet voted for him because he was so great.
He's the bestest ever.
So we're gonna get a little bit into the Hawaii situation, but before we do, I got a bit of a palate cleanser for y'all. Some test footage that I saw on Twitter the other day. Ryan, I'm sure you've probably seen this, but we're gonna watch it anyway. Of a guy who wants to either do a movie or a television series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I think now, given what's going on with Seth Rogen and his whole thing, that this is what I want to see right here. This is awesome, guys. Check it out.
That is ridiculously awesome.
I want more.
Mm-hmm.
I want
yes, indeed. Feed the needy.
Oh, much more. That looked fantastic. Like even when you get in the close, you can see the a little bit of the costuming and like it's not perfect, obviously, but this is what people are looking for. They're not looking for like whatever the fuck it is that they just put out. That whole mess.
Ugh.
So
that is just nothing but trash. That's what that was. Absolute trash.
D-Day Direwolf says there's one for Donnie too. I will keep a lookout for that. I have not seen that. Sewage. Yeah. My only beef with it really is, and I get why it is the way it is that the foot soldiers are obviously robots in this. They're taking that from the 90s cartoon, which is where that really really got off. I would like to see them go back to their roots with the comic books, where the foot soldiers were dudes in ninja suits, and they were brutally cut apart by the turtles.
Cool.
That's something that a lot of people don't know about the original Black and White
I didn't
comic
know
books.
that
They
because
were
I saw.
violent as hell. But they this was good. This was cool.
Yeah.
We don't see nearly enough just cool stuff out there.
Speak for yourself. I'm cool. I see cool shit all the time.
Shut up.
Missed. I do look. Kind of corporate stuff I can.
All right. So you guys have or have not been following the Maui.
I have.
Fire.
I haven't followed it over the last probably couple of days, but for the most part, yes.
There was a
Okay.
fire.
They're
They're buying the land. There's a secret. I believe there's a plot that they did this to get the land.
Clue, make April white again. He can say that he's black, dude. I don't want to hear no shenanigans.
Hey,
Leo,
like
that statement coupled with your profile picture. I mean, chef's kiss, buddy.
Hey, I just said on my stream that Jim Gordon is white and Captain Keys are white, and I don't care what the internet says about me. Captain Keys was white. Jim Gordon was white. There.
The Jim Gordon thing didn't bother me horribly because he's a good actor. Just like Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury didn't bother me in the beginning, but Secret Invasion was just such a giant piece of crap that it does now, because you just basically destroyed a whole character over whatever the hell that was we watched.
No, Jim Gordon bothered me because Jim Gordon is one of my favorite characters, and I have memories of reading it and knowing what he looks like, and that's not what Jim Gordon looks like. And I know people don't like it, but that you have that nostalgia when you see that familiar character, and seeing some. And no, it really bothered me. To me, you have to get Jim Gordon right.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, like, I'm not as upset about some actors playing whatever roles if they're good at the role. It doesn't bother me all that much. But on the other hand, I also think that if you're going to play a character, you should do your best to look as much like the character as possible.
Well, the other reason it really bothers me because I've created my own characters. So I was talking about this during my live stream. Tezzin, my character Tezzin Touring, he's white. I don't care who you think you get to, if you were to, for some odd reason, say, yeah, we're gonna, cast someone to play Tezzin, and he's black. I'd be like, no, because Tezzin is white. That's how he's in my head. That's how I want people to see him. On the other hand, Taket's father, Jal, is black. You're not casting a white dude to play Taket or Jal. Taket is 3/4 black. That's it. So
is one of them one of the ones that's robosexual?
No, none of them are robosexual. No, but the thing is, as a creator, when I created the characters I did, I want people to see what is in my head, what I created. I don't want to see what somebody else's interpretation of my creation. I created Tezzin Touring. He's my character, and I want him to be seen the way I see him, with salt and pepper beard. Which he jokes, I took the line from Jeremy Boring, I have a salt and pepper beard that's the envy of lesser corpus.
Jeremy Boring said that?
He said he has a salt and pepper beard that is the envy of lesser men. It's in his Jeremy's Razor ad where he's like, but Jeremy, you say, you have you're a stealth silver fox with a salt and pepper beard that's the envy of lesser men. You never saw that ad? It's hilarious.
No, because I don't consume politics all the time. I don't.
No, but the ad for his product is hilarious. The ad
I know,
is
but it
really
usually
funny.
encompasses like most of their political stuff. I mean, I cover mostly political stuff when it comes to being introduced in Hollywood and our entertainment, where we're supposed to have fun and kind of laugh and joke and have a good time. So no, I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't know that was a thing.
He sells razors. So Harry's razors, because apparently Michael Knowles said something about men and women that they didn't like. They cut their sponsorship, so they created Jeremy's razors. So the only political thing that comes up in the ad is like if he doesn't. I think the only thing indirectly he says, about Harry's razors getting all about people who can use razors. But in general, it's hilarious. It's very, very funny.
All right. Well, if I ever see it, I'll let you know. So the Maui thing. So basically, the whole entire island of Maui has practically been burned to a crisp. It's
with the exception of certain properties.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't have any comment on that.
I might, but
or at least one that's not see. Nice.
Yeah. But one thing that came to my attention via Corin Nemec, who, by the way, was on this channel a few weeks back. Great guest. Awesome dude. He mentioned something. He pointed something out to me that I was just like, holy crap. So this came up. And by the way, if you go to Amazon.com, this is no longer available. That it comes up page not found. Mm-hmm. This is a screenshot. Fire and Fury, the story of the 2023 Maui fire and its implications for climate change, Kindle edition. Right?
What the hell?
It was published on August 10th, and it chronicles, as we can see down here, the events of August 8th through 11th, 2023.
That was pretty fast.
Publication date, August 10th, 2023.
What the hell?
Published in.
Oh, I know. I know. That's why I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So no, Leo, I am not the same. No, I have a problem with them completely race swapping. It has nothing to do with the agenda. I think characters should look like how the creator meant for them to look. Just wanted to say, I absolutely have a problem with it. As I said, as a creator of characters, I want my characters to look the way I designed them, and I respect other creators to want to see the characters the way they created them. Anyway, that aside. So the fire was the 8th. When was the date of the fire? So this was published the 10th.
The fires burned from August 8th through August 11th.
Yeah, and the book
this
was
book
published
was published August 10th.
How big is this book? How many pages?
The book, from what I understand, was written by AI.
Oh, cool.
Which means that somebody had to program those dates into it. Like somebody maybe knew exactly how long this was going to be a thing.
Gee whiz. Oh, and I love seeing the pictures too. The fact that it looks like it literally looks like maybe a volcanic eruption happened because all the cars are singed. I mean, it looks like the outskirts of a nuclear bomb blast. It's absolutely incredible looking in the worst way.
It is. And what's really funny about that is why is my computer making noises trying to get me to do things I don't want to do? Stop it. I'm not okay with just the tip.
You have to be nice to your computer and say nice, sweet things to your computer. Don't listen to him. I think
no,
you're
not
cool
at all.
Computer.
You really wouldn't if you met it.
No. You got to baby these things. Technology has personality.
Yeah, technology can do what it's fucking told, like I told it to. If it starts getting ideas of its own, it goes into the compactor.
Okay, but then you won't have a computer anymore.
I do not answer to toasters.
Not yet. Soon you will.
The toaster thing again.
You will answer to toasters.
Nope. AI bad. Robots bad.
Samuel has a very, very hate relationship with his computer.
I don't trust any technology that thinks it's smarter than I am.
Oh, it has nothing to do with the technology per se on that sense. It's just the fact that thing is a piece of crap.
Yeah, that thing is a definite piece of crap.
I think
It is a piece of crap. It knows it's a piece of crap, and it knows that I know it. That it knows that it's a piece of crap. It's a never-ending cycle of just like, ugh. So we do have some images from Maui during the course of the fire. Maybe. Yeah,
it's like Bueller.
I know.
How did this
Shut
fire
up.
get so? How did this fire get so big so fast?
I don't know. That I don't know.
Well, that's
Does
the
anybody
thing.
know?
Yeah.
That's the question. So what we're looking at here, I think there's some audio.
Yep.
So these people
taking refuge.
They're hanging out in the ocean.
Yep.
They're in the ocean because and they were there, from what I understand, for hours and hours and hours waiting for help.
Yep.
Waiting for, Coast Guard, for FEMA, for, a goddamn fireman, to come by and at least tell them what was going on. None of that ever happened. I mean, it looks like fucking Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm. But Samuel, this is all conspiracy theory, sir.
We got trapped.
It's just a matter of time, right?
But
Where it comes out is fact.
Congratulations. This has happened over a week ago, and the president is just going to be visiting this Monday.
Yeah. Still hasn't been to North Palestine or the border.
Nope.
But he's been to Ukraine several times.
Well,
I don't give a goddamn anything about Ukraine at this point. He doesn't care. He's putting Ukraine above us.
This isn't. Yes, he is, but this isn't about Ukraine. This is the fact is that we have citizens in our own country right now who are suffering, and nothing is being done. I'm going to say this right now. You cannot trust the government to have your back. You cannot trust them to protect you, provide for you, to be there for you in your time of need. They will only ever be there when they want something from you.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot be trusted.
I've known that for a while. I mean, when I needed them, they weren't there. Years
This
back,
wasn't
I learned
so much to you, Kat, as it was to the world at large.
Yeah, I mean, if you're dumb, that's why when COVID came along and they were like, "Yeah," I'm like, "No, government don't care about you. Government definitely doesn't care about you. If you're that naive and innocent to think government cares about you, I got a bridge to tell you." That's why when people are like systemic racism, no, it's not systemic racism. Government doesn't care about anybody. Doesn't care what color you are, what you look like, what sexuality you have. Government does not care. If they can use you, exploit you, they'll do it. Government doesn't care.
Yeah, it surely doesn't. There is in regards to Maui in particular and how the fire happened, because we still don't have clear answers on that. There were people who have said that it was started by a singular lightning strike, which I doubt, because you can contain that sort of thing. I mean, it might get out of hand with high winds a little bit, but it can still be, contained. It comes from a singular point. It spreads from that point, right? For my money, if I were to posit a suggestion out there, because I've heard a lot of things about orbital bombardment from a, space laser kind of thing, which, first of all, I don't think that the Star Wars program was ever actually halted. I think they lied about that. I know we have stuff like that. We've got rail guns that fire tungsten rods and cause seismic events, from orbit. Like there's all kinds of shit that they're not talking about. So I don't think it's implausible at all that this could have been started with some kind of orbital laser. We know they have energy weapons. We know they haven't been honest with us about how far advanced those energy weapons are. So it's possible, but I think that you can achieve the same effect with a coordinated ground level arson.
Yeah.
which also would explain how this fire was everywhere all at once so fast, and why it didn't touch certain properties.
Yeah, that would make sense, especially not touching properties you need to be closer than.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like weird.
Wait,
Certain-
what properties didn't get touched? What do you mean?
Yeah, Sammy, go ahead, because I have one in
Beachfront.
mind that apparently the fire managed to burn around Lady Gaga's house.
Oh, wow.
Burn around.
All of yeah, and all of
Not
that
stop
property
before,
that
burn
Oprah's-
around.
Oh, that
yeah,
is
all
insane.
all that property that Oprah spent the last couple of years buying up on Maui. Also,
Yeah.
that was untouched too, from what I understand.
And nobody is like suspicious about this.
Oh, everybody's suspicious about it, but we're being told to sit down and shut up, and that we're conspiracy theorists and we're wrong and we're making shit up.
Mhm.
So here's a little video, shows a little bit of what's happening there. You see how all that shit's torched in the back, but the beachfront is nice and green?
Yeah.
Yep.
But not quite all the way up the mountain. That clearly wasn't lava. Further in you get, where the poorer people live.
So they want to buy. So what? From my understanding, is they want to buy the land and give it to rich people.
Well, the theory is that rich people are the ones who might have been involved in this. This might not have been a government thing. It might have just been a bunch of rich assholes pulling a Lex Luthor from Superman 78.
Or Nero from Rome.
But yep, that right there. Let's go back.
Wait. Next thing you know, they're gonna be blaming the conservatives.
Well, they already do because
look at that,
because of climate change.
Right up to the fence line.
Oh, that is insane. That's Lady Gaga's place?
I don't know whose place that is, but
that is insane.
there is a picture somewhere online though of the fact that her house there's a because a lot of people are going, wait, hold on. It managed to burn around the house. Like, what are you talking about? It didn't even singe the goddamn bushes.
That is insane.
Yeah. And there are also people who are blaming climate change on this. It's the usual alarmists who are just like, oh, the world's ending and it's our fault and blah, blah, blah. And we have to act to stop it now by enacting these policies that will give us all of your money and put you in the poorhouse.
Just, you know what? Just send the asteroid. Just let's go.
Please.
I'm so done.
That's why I spent today playing Destiny. Because it was nice and happy and peaceful.
I'll sit in the front yard. I'll have a few. I might get really drunk and then it's over.
Yeah.
And I'll never have to hear the word climate change or racism ever again from these weirdos who have millions of dollars who want to blame the world's problems on all poors who don't do enough.
Or the useful idiots who are poor, who live 5 to a house, who eat cat food, and who just
they eat ramen noodles from morning, noon, and night. Yep.
But I like ramen noodles. There's a difference.
Yep. There you go, Zenny Biscuit. $700 per household to those who lost. It's a Maui. $120 billion to Ukraine.
Wait, what the? They're giving $700 to people who lost their homes?
Hold on.
What are you going to do with $700?
It's worse than you think. Do you know how expensive it is to live in Maui? Period. Even if you're poor.
Fuck.
$700 in fucking Maui
is nothing.
Milk
you might as
is
well
like
throw a couple of pennies at him and tell him to fucking grin and bear it.
Milk is like $8 a gallon in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
It's like $3.50 in Florida, and that was high because of inflation. Milk in Florida is normally in the price range of about $2.50. When it's low, milk is like $7-8. So now milk is probably like $12 in Hawaii.
I'm in New Jersey and $700 doesn't even cover the stuff in my room. It doesn't even cover the setup I have here. It doesn't cover the PS5 and the Xbox.
Paycheck. Yeah.
Yeah, no. What the hell? They're giving all our money. We work our asses off. They give the money to Ukraine. You know what? I wouldn't mind if my tax dollars the money I worked my ass off went to people in Hawaii who lost their homes to fires. I would rather, hell, I've said this before, as much as I don't think most people should get their college loans paid off, I would rather my money go, instead of the billions go to Ukraine, pay off the student loans. Even that, at least it's helping Americans. Yeah, I don't think most of them, not all, there's a few exceptions, but I don't think most of them deserve to have their student loans paid off. But it's still preferable to Ukraine. This is insane. No, but Zenny's like, her sewing machine was $2,000.
Yeah.
What the hell? I mean, seriously, how are we allowing this to continue? This is insane. It isn't fair. This is our country.
Well, fair ain't got nothing to do with it, but it ain't right. Fair is something that happens in fairy tales. It's not a real thing.
No, it's not right. You're right. It's not right. It shouldn't be happening. This is our country. This is insane.
Holy shit. So I had bookmarked a post that was a thread of all the stuff about space lasers and the conspiracy behind that, because all this sparked from something Destiny posted, the fucking asshole, where he's talking about he hadn't seen anybody seriously talk about space lasers, or maybe it was Shu who'd said that she hadn't seen anybody seriously talk about space lasers. But from what I'm looking at here, it looks like the account that posted those images no longer exists.
I only heard part of that, and I said the account that posted those pictures no longer exists. Gee whiz! Wonder why that is.
With the images with the space lasers, and like I said, I think it's possible. I don't think it's likely that that was the case. I think it's much easier to achieve the kind of effect we're looking at with ground level coordinated arson, especially that fast. I mean, there were videos, again, the one that I had apparently got deleted, but people in a car driving along, and it looked like something out of that Frank Darabont movie, The Mist, people running up screaming for help and them just driving by. Everything's burning all around them. You can't see shit because of the smoke and the flames. It's somehow a paradise got turned into a hellscape. And a lot of people are suffering for it.
Mm-hmm.
Except people who own land there and don't actually live there. Strangely,
the people who vacation there. Yeah, it's
and I think I saw this one deal where, and again, this may be conspiracy, I don't know, but there is talk from some people that there is a government push to, how do I put this on YouTube, eradicate the native islanders.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
Wipe them out. Just once and for all, just wipe them out. It wasn't enough that we subsumed their kingdom and made them a vassal state, and then a state later, but still under the auspices of Washington, D.C., north of Richmond.
Oh, lovely.
I thought they were all about diversity.
It's not about diversity when it comes to profit.
So
people who talk about diversity, they're like, "Oh, we're friends, we're allies," and I'm going to tell you something that I've long believed in a lot of ways is very true. Friends only counts when we ain't doing business, and we're always doing business.
I'm not doing business.
Not you and me, Kat.
So just a quick update for the fires. These are all from like 5 to 3, 15 hours ago, 22. So yeah, these are all the headlines from NBC News. Maui wildfire death toll already highest in modern U.S. history. Could surge. Fox News. Hawaii wildfire added to families' tragedy and turmoil. Samaritan's purse reveals devastation in Maui. odds of survival for still missing loved ones wanes after Maui fire. I mean, literally, it's nothing but. I mean, these are not even that long ago. Maui fire survivors return to see what's left.
This
Hope it-
really does not make sense. In this day and age, how can something like this happen on this level?
Whoa, New York Times, latest about Maui wildfires. Emergency management chief resigns. That's weird. Huh.
This is weird.
And of course, there's one from CNN inside the White House response to the Maui wildfires.
What White House response?
What response? All right.
It hasn't been. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, it's possible that this was some kind of like natural disaster that got wildly out of control, but it sure as shit doesn't look that way. And the fact that they're shutting down any discussion as to that,
Yeah,
makes me think that maybe there's something more to it than you know, a random lightning strike or the winds got too uppity with the flames.
yeah. Especially when you mentioned that the houses of the wealthy didn't get touched, and that it went around Lady Gaga. I mean, unless she's got some kind of magic fence around her house, I find it hard to believe.
Yep. Well, that's again why I'm leaning away from the space laser thing. Is well, again, I do think it's possible, unless there were multiple strikes. That kind of precision with the burning isn't going to happen. I mean, fire is fire; it's going to eat whatever it eats. You know, you know, this was clearly a controlled burn.
Yeah, because they planned.
According to CNN, there are more than this article. There are more than 600 federal personnel on the ground in Maui coordinating ongoing disaster efforts. The administration has also provided thousands of meals, liters of water, blankets, and cots. FEMA has also provided more than $2.3 million in assistance, according to the White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre. Biden also approved a full reimbursement to Hawaii for 30 days worth of emergency services. $2.3 million in assistance.
This is our country.
Probably a shack on the beach would cost you $60,000. And I do mean a shack on the beach.
Yeah.
That's premium real estate.
That's why. That's
There
why.
it was,
you know what?
before it was toasty.
Because you know what? I mean, you got all the wealthy over there. They don't want to be surrounded by the poor and the normies. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't be surprised if this is some kind of coordinated effort to burn out all the people, the undesirables, force them financially to have to leave Hawaii because they can't afford to live in Maui, drive them out so they can take their land and turn it into a wealthy island of. I mean, think about it. What would be better than that? Turn this into, turn Hawaii into a wealthy elite paradise.
It already kind of was that too.
Yeah, but now there's still some people left that they don't want, who aren't the wealthy elite, right-thinking, right-minded people.
And a number of them have been killed during the course of this.
Yeah.
You know, that's something else that isn't being talked as much about with the conspiracy theories, is that there were people who died.
Yeah.
A lot of people died. A lot of people are now homeless.
Where are they going to go? They can't afford to stay in Hawaii on that money.
Can't afford to leave Hawaii either. You know how much a plane ticket back to the mainland is?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of deal they do. I don't know. I don't see. It feels like they want to turn this into some elite paradise for the wealthy.
Well, here's the thing. The reason Pearl Harbor's there, Hawaii is highly defensible.
Yeah.
Highly defensible.
Yes. So yeah, put all the wealthy.
It's a good place to build kind of an ark, if you will, for the wealthy and the influential and the powerful.
Especially with California the way it is.
Apparently,
it's got nothing to do with California. We're talking doomsday scenarios. Like when the bad shit goes down worldwide, this would be a good place to sock away all the people who are considered good stock.
So this is on Twitter. Nick Sorter, just hours after I began pressing the mayor of Maui super hard about children missing from the fire, I began being stalked, harassed, and intimidated this morning at 5:45 a.m. About 2 minutes after I started my live shot with Steve Bannon on War Room, while alone in the rear of my hotel, a stalker aggressively approached me from behind. It's all on video, by the way. You can see the guy walking up behind him. My hotel is 45 minutes from Lahaina. I don't know who this guy is or why he showed up at my hotel at 5:45 a.m. He would have had no way of knowing I had a live shot scheduled. I even received several death threats from anonymous users for over past days, and especially the last 12 hours. Although I have now have to move hotels, get a new rental car, and possibly hire even higher security. Let's see. Yep. Why is there still a massive media blackout? Why did they lie about the sirens? Why are the residents banned from visiting their homes? There's another one. Colin Rugg report. M. Khalil Manuel, who was responsible for water management during the Maui fires, waited 5 hours to release water to residents who were burned alive. During a debate last year, Manuel said water usage should be based on equity.
Oh, fuck equity.
Yeah. The post-Millennial Maui fire, local residents destroys President Biden for sending billions of dollars to Ukraine while Maui is in peril. It looks like a scene from playing Fallout. I mean, I'm a huge Fallout fan. It looks like, the burned out. It's just nuts looking.
It does. It was. I think there was a DLC where you end up going to like Maryland. It looks like that. Where you got all the inbred mutants. I'm not saying people in Hawaii are inbred or mutants. I'm just saying that the terrain now resembles the area in that game at that time.
Vivek Ramaswamy, the victims and families of the Maui catastrophe deserve to know the truth. As wildfires ravaged, desperate residents petitioned state officials to send more water for firefighting and to help protect their properties from fire. The request went unanswered for hours, withholding critical aid to islanders. Turns out the official who delayed the approval is an Obama Foundation Asian Pacific leader and a climate activist who believes water should be revered first and foremost. The DEI agenda is literally costing people their lives.
And people don't believe it. Like I had people laugh at me when I said that there was anti-white discrimination. At one point, one family member was like, "And look, there's a unicorn outside."
This is nuts, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do is go to. Just the photos, dude, and the videos. Wow.
You also notice that the news isn't talking about Hawaii.
No,
mainstream news, they're not saying a fucking word about any of this.
No,
except to maybe mention in passing while it was happening. Oh yeah, Hawaii's on fire. It's a terrible thing. And that's it. That's all we got. You're hearing about this from any of the quote unquote reputable news sources. The mouthpieces for Washington.
I didn't realize just how ridiculously suspicious this is.
Come on now. The former president's facing 700 years in jail. Why would we talk about Hawaii burning down? Jesus.
All right.
Oh,
Leo.
They on this last Tuesday night, so obviously I'm staying with family right now, and they have shows they watch on in the evening. Well, I believe it was Tuesday night. America's Got Talent on. I don't watch it, but whatever. I'm spending time with family. That's what matters. They stopped. So think of this last Tuesday night, right? That was after the Maui wildfires had already burned the holy sweet mother of God out of the island. They stopped for a special report, actual broadcasting of a show to talk about the fact that the former president was being indicted again. But yet they're not talking about how Maui burned to the ground.
Oh my God.
These are the trusted news sources, and I say that in quotations. It's also the same ones that say that that Disney's not pushing political garbage into their movies.
Folks out there listening, if you think that Trump's indictments are anything more than a shiny thing to get you look in that direction, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's all it's ever been. It's been a distraction from all the other shit.
Well, I mean, it's so easy because it gets the highest ratings. I mean, these absolute retards and on all sides literally just lap it up like it's the nectar of life. Whether they're really they're weirdos that are pro former president who, I mean, believe that he's like some king ascending back to earth or something, which, let's be honest, man, I mean, I voted for him twice, but some of these dudes are a little hard on it. It's like, all right, man, go in the corner, beat off, and then come back when you're thinking clearly again. And then there's the ones on the other side who let the man ruin their lives, and they think about him 24/7. And every time something in the news goes on about him, they have to run to their social medias, like Michael Rappaport, who's a stellar actor and comedian, and he has to sit there and laugh at everybody like he's making a point, and he does it for like 3 minutes straight, and it's like, dude, you have problems. Go for a walk, go to the gym. I mean, talk to a therapist, do something, dude. Like, because normal people have 9 to 5s they have to go to. They don't eat, breathe, and inhale this shit 24/7.
Yeah.
But some people might be a little concerned about the fact that Maui burned down the way it did, and now we have probably several thousand Americans that are homeless, and the government's like,
and several hundred who are dead.
Yes, and several hundred who are dead, including children.
Yeah, and so this is, I mean, ABC, NBC, MSNBC, CNN. These guys aren't talking about this shit. This is why I'm talking about it. Somebody's got to. Kat, did you ever see the movie The Kingsman?
No.
It's a good movie.
Well, first of all, you should see it because it's awesome. But
yeah, it really is.
Notwithstanding. So in that movie, Sam Jackson plays a bad guy. And the bad guy has decided that the problem with the population, with the world, with all the problems is the population. It's because we consume and we consume and we consume, and we add to the climate problems and all that stuff. And it's basically that kind of agenda. And so he comes up with a solution: free internet for everybody. Now you might be wondering, how is that a solution to all of this? Well, I'll tell you. Because he also provides devices that will give people free phone, free internet, and all that stuff in perpetuity for life, forever, for free. Because he's super rich, so he just manufactures a bunch of shit. And so on one day, he sends out a bunch of these devices to all the peoples of the world. No matter who you are, you could have one and all that stuff. Meanwhile, elites are paying him huge, exorbitant amounts of money to come stay at his mountain stronghold away from society where it's safe. Because what the public doesn't know is that when he flips a switch, that internet, that signal is going to get into people's brains and turn them violent, and the world will tear itself apart. Except, of course, for your elites who are safely secured in his mountain stronghold.
The movie's not that old, by the way.
This is the kind of vibe I'm getting from the Maui thing. The mountain stronghold vibe.
When did that movie come out?
2014, maybe?
No, I think it's 2014. Yeah.
You don't even need the whatever into their brains. The internet is destroying us.
Right, but in this case, it activates a part of the brain that turns them into murderous psychopaths, and people just start like ripping apart their own kids. Among other things, and all that. And then, of course, the Kingsmen are the Secret Service agents working for Her Majesty's Royal, what have yous. And they go out and they put a stop to it. It's sort of like James Bond if he was on crack.
It's kind of
pretty high octane. It's good stuff.
Cool.
It's kind of like a spy James Bond movie if it was mixed with like Kick-Ass.
Yeah, that's about right. Zillage, it's Kingsman.
Okay.
There's Kingsman 2: The Golden Circle, which has a whole other villain with other stuff, but our protagonist returns. And then they did one called The King's Man that came out. That was a prequel that was actually really good with Ray Fiennes.
Oh, and if for all of you Disney Star Wars fans out there, if you want to see Pedro Pascal basically drop kicked into a meat grinder, watch the second movie.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that scene was a little much, I think, and I'm saying that after I watched
it was
the
way
church scene in the first movie.
Yeah, it was way absurd. It's absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
But that's
was
all
like-
it is absurd. It's nothing crazy graphic. It's just he gets like drop kicked into a meat grinder, and he gets ground into what looks like beef, and that's it. It's like woo. There's not like it's not like stuff spurt and everything. It's not crazy.
No, but there is a bit towards the beginning where somebody else who disappointed the bad guy was fed a sandwich from that same meat grinder, and apparently she'd been putting people through there the entire time.
Yeah.
But they're good. They're good. You should check them out. But
Okay.
and Sam Jackson does this whole like little boy with a lisp kind of like excitable, character who doesn't come off like a mad scientist or an evil person at all. Gets nauseous at the sight of blood, kind of thing. Is a really interesting character. I just reference it because I'm seeing things now in real life that are reminding me of things I saw in the movies years ago.
Well, most fictional movies take from actual reality based events.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jesus, the Empire is based off of the Nazis of World War II. Look at their outfits. Look at the way they're dressed. I mean,
you're right, but they're not usually prescient. Normally, they take from the past.
No, it's a very good point, but it doesn't also mean that we don't have that they can't take ideas from the past and bring them into the future.
Sure. But in this case, like I'm thinking Kingsman here, obviously, but there's also stuff that's coming around that's making me think Demolition Man.
Oh yeah,
Demolition Man came out decades ago, and look at where we are. The only thing we're missing are the 3 seashells.
I still nobody knows how to use the fucking 3 seashells.
That's
probably been one of the best kept cinematic secrets ever of a movie.
I love the fact that the filmmakers have never come out and said what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've made it a point to avoid answering that question. There may not be an answer, but it's funny that they kind of kept that shit going. Yep, Idiocracy.
Well, what's funny is that Sandra Bullock actually said that she was actually explained how the seashells were supposed to work, but she says she's never going to tell anybody. Because she said she asked, she's like, I don't understand what's with the I guess she says it was explained to her, but she's never told anybody. She said she won't because now it's this big deal that nobody knows what it means. So so I mean, that obviously could just be like her dicking around, which would be funny because she's actually a good actress and she has a sense of humor. She's not a political weirdo from what I've ever seen.
No, I like Sandy Bullock. She's always enjoyable. Always, even when she's in terrible fucking movies like that one with the blindfolds.
The bird. No, bird trap.
Bird something. I don't know, but it wasn't good.
It was on Netflix.
I watched. I don't even really remember that well. I watched it because I was told that it has cosmic horror leanings, and I was on this whole like cosmic horror kick for a while, trying to watch anything I could about it. Because there's a lot of really bad cosmic horror out there, but sometimes you find gems. Like I recommended in the group chat last week. The Endless is excellent.
Bird Box. Thank you, Zenny and Clue.
Bird Box. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah. Thank you.
I was going to say, don't you feel appreciated and represented when you see cosmic horror on the screen?
Yes, I do. Very much. Like when have you seen In the Mouth of Madness?
No.
Okay, it's one of the John Carpenter Apocalypse trilogy. There's a scene in it where they go to a motel in this town that's not supposed to exist. It's a whole thing. And they're talking to the nice little old lady, and she's this frail, tiny, ancient thing standing behind the desk, rents them a room and all that stuff. And they hear this like weird moan, and she kicks something under the counter, and they're just like, what was that? She's like, oh, just the stupid cat. So they leave, and the camera pans down, and it's not the cat. It's her husband, who is handcuffed to her ankle and naked. and moaning and bloody. Later on, we come back to that same grandma who has mutated and there's tentacles, and she uses an axe to hack up said husband. But she's got tentacles like growing out of like under her skirt and like this whole thing. And I see that.
Why you were posting all that weird stuff on, what was it? Your community tab on YouTube? The hell is with the cat with the danglers, man? What's wrong with you?
Oh man, that's something I found the other day. I was like, that's hilarious.
It's disturbing is what it is, because it's a kitten. You weirdo. Like, what the hell?
You see what the kitten said? He goes, I can have soul?
You're such a fucking strange person.
You
might be stranger than I am.
I do loves me some cosmic horror. But anyway, long story short, so I see that and I'm just
funny.
like, yeah, that sounds like that's like my relatives on screen being represented right there. You know, hacking up old men with an axe while they grow tentacles from their nethers.
Oh dear Lord. This has escalated quickly.
But yeah,
this is why Nomi couldn't be here, huh?
I don't know. I think she had.
I don't know. I'm just messing around.
Yeah,
see, there you go. A clue. That kitten freaked me out, Sam. There you go.
It's supposed to.
Wait,
I've got a bunch of.
Can you?
All right, so I'm gonna have to bring it up on the thing.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
All right, let me see about. I got to bring up a whole new window. I do have a bit of a white pill that we can talk about too. But I know Ryan's gonna bitch out here in about 20 minutes or so.
Hey, we'll have been going for 2 hours. We don't even know 3 hour stream. We got a 3 hour stream tomorrow. Like, it's gonna be a long one.
Yeah,
I haven't watched the episode yet. I need to watch the episode.
No, I'll be watching it tonight after I get done. Linus, I think, is supposed to stream tonight too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hop on Vets Talking for a little bit, and then of course I'm gonna have to I'll probably kick it after about an hour.
Hey,
shit to do.
No Man's gone. Where No Man has gone before?
I'm gonna have to look. I haven't actually looked.
I think it's where No Man has gone before.
Might be.
So it might be. I haven't looked either.
Here you go, folks. I know Clue's not happy about this.
That is awesome! Oh my god, that is brilliant! I love it.
I didn't put any comment on it or anything. I just kind of posted that without context.
That is adorable. I love it. Why are you guys freaked out?
Listen up, Kohai. All right, you know, don't use Twinkerbell ever again for anything, because you know what? He sits there and pisses and moans when you play the thing with the cactus in him. Like that dude got about some of the thinnest skin I ever seen. Like,
Zenny thinks it's cute.
I think it's cute too.
It's just weird looking, man.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I've got another one that I have not uploaded on there yet on my phone, but it will be up there at some point. It's Cat Thulu, and that one's actually worse.
Is it?
By a mile.
You know what, Cat? Since you like it so much, we can do it to your cat. How about that?
No, you can't do that to my cat. My cat is too.
Oh, what? I thought it was funny.
I said that one was cute. It's not my cat.
I know.
My cat is too lazy.
Kohai said, she's like, it's true. It's funny as hell when Shadu gets pissy. It really is. I tell him all the time, I'm like, bro, like, you're not helping your cause. Like, you gotta like let it go.
So climate scientist blows the lid off the manufactured consensus.
The what?
This is a scientist coming out and speaking out against the global, climate crisis bullshit.
Well, she's gonna be dead soon.
Oh, probably, but she's not the only one. It is often said that there is an overwhelming scientific consensus that human activity is causing global warming, which is regularly supported by fact-check articles. However, this slogan has been challenged by a number of prominent scientists over the years. Esteemed physicist and 2022 Nobel Prize winner Dr. John Clauser recently stated he does not believe there is a man-made global warming crisis. Scientist and Weather Channel founder John Coleman also championed his belief that there is no significant man-made global warming before his death in 2018.
Oh, interesting coincidence.
Oops.
Most recently, American climatologist Judith Curry of the Georgia Institute of Technology says this so-called scientific consensus is quote-unquote manufactured. Published in over 100 scientific papers, Curry's decades-long research includes hurricanes, remote sensing, atmospheric modeling, polar climates, air-sea interactions, climate models, and the use of unmanned aerial vehicles for atmospheric research. I would say she probably knows more about it than I.
Yes.
Probably.
Curry argues this false slogan about an overwhelming consensus has been fueled by scientists who pursue quote-unquote fame and fortune. What have I been telling you people? Experts can be bought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Come on,
of
look
course.
No, obviously, no. I mean, look at what the experts are saying. I'm not surprised. Come on. Or threatened or silenced.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. We just went through COVID.
And apparently we're going through that again here shortly.
Yeah,
so.
Apparently there's a new dangerous unpredictable variant coming out of Canada. So we're gonna be putting our masks back on.
Oh yeah, fuck that. You got
fuck I'm not.
Yeah, me neither. There's no way in hell you're getting me to wear a fucking mask again.
This comes out around the same time that Canada decided to publish a statement saying that they have an action plan that they're formulating in case America experiences a right-wing political shift.
Oh fuck Canada.
No. This is it's funny because I saw that, like Lauren Chen posted that, and she's like, "What do you mean, like extra long Pride Month again?"
You mean Pride year?
And my response to that was like, I just started laughing. I saw that. I was like, what the fuck's Canada going to do? Talk us into suicide? I mean, really, what is Canada going to do if we experience a massive right-wing shift, except be annexed by us?
Yeah. Sure.
No offense, Canadians, but you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Also, no offense, Canadians. At the rate you guys are going, I'd rather build the fucking border wall in front of your country than actually Mexico. So fuck Canada.
Yeah, I'm with you. Canada's insane.
I said Canada, not the people that I like from Canada. That's the difference.
Yeah, Muggsykins
I love my Canadians, but the Canadian government is out of their mind.
Yeah.
This whole assisted suicide thing, like, oh, if you're feeling down in the dumps, come on down to your local doctor. We'll euthanize you, and you don't have to suffer anymore. Like, what?
No, no. But what's crazier is, and I look, they are convincing kids to be one of the most suicide-prone groups, and then they're offering them suicide. They are wiping their own population. I mean, I'm the only one who's probably seen this connection. I'm going, wait a minute.
Oh no, trust me,
you're not
the only one.
Wait, no, well, about the kids, right? You're convincing kids that they're trans. Who's the most like
convincing it? And they're convincing middle-aged, well, not like 30, 40 and up people to off himself.
But then they want to allow kids for mental health reasons. I mean, isn't it odd that the group
they want to allow kids for what, for mental health reasons? I haven't heard that one.
Yeah,
I know what's going on with the doll. Have you? Okay.
Yes, and that they can literally keep it a secret from parents. That you can find out the next day, be like, yeah, your child decided to opt for maids and is dead.
What's funny? There was an organization in Central Europe, a little less than 100 years ago, that they had a program very much like that. If you were a true believer and true supporter of the state, and there was something wrong with you, something terminal or possibly congenital that you didn't want to pass on, and you weren't going to be of service to the state, you could go and you could volunteer yourself for euthanization. What were those guys called again, Ryan?
They're communists.
Well, in this case, it was
Nazis.
Germany, but yes,
Well,
also
it's
happened in Soviet
socialism.
Russia.
Basically, communism is an outreach of socialism, basically. So
No, but this is they're convincing
authoritarianism.
kids.
I mean, I can go on all day with this. You know, they're all basically they're all butt buddies of the same horrendous ideology
But it's
based off eugenics.
Yeah.
Guess what? Also, is eugenics killing babies in the womb? That's part of eugenics. We did it to the African Americans. Shh! Don't tell anybody. Oh wait, we're still doing it. Damn it!
60
we're still doing
million babies since the founding of Planned Parenthood.
That's
And we're
literally
making them
how
think they're-
eugenics started. That's
The
literally
vast
how
majority
eugenics
of
started.
whom were black.
Yeah.
Yes. That's also how we rendered through history we rendered black males infertile, is because they had chlamydia, and the U.S. government basically used them as a test group and said, oh well, we're gonna cure you if you be a part of this test focus group, and we're gonna figure things out. No, they were mass sterilizing them. They didn't cure any of them.
Yeah. So
That was only like the 1910s and 20s, by the way, just for the record.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Hitler looked at us.
Yes.
Now
he
you
referenced
go to
it in his book Mein Kampf. He said, "Thank you
Yeah.
to the United States for introducing eugenics."
That's true. And now you go to a clinic in Canada with a paper cut looking for a Band-Aid. The first thing they're going to tell you is like, well, we can't really help you with that, but have you considered suicide as an alternative?
Mm-hmm.
I just the insidiousness of they convince kids to have a condition that will make them more likely to use the maid service, and then they have them use the maid service. I mean, that is just, it's one thing if it's, okay, some adult who, yeah, it's wrong, they can't get medical care, but still an adult. You are making the child sick, and then you're giving them the cure. The supposed cure, which is to end yourself.
Yeah, it's a nationalized form of Munchausen by proxy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nationalized form of
All-
population control. This
Also
is insane.
under the guise of national health care, which is also known as socialist medicine. Also, as somebody who attends the VA hospital, that's what it is, and there are veterans that die waiting for treatment all the time.
This is just messed up.
Go socialism!
Yay!
Boy, I believe that we just covered that. Maybe not specifically that program, but yeah. But yeah, so long story short, blue pill here, or white blue pill. Yeah, swing. White pill here.
not the blue pill. If you experience
when I think blue pill, I don't think red pill, blue pill like the Matrix or like politics or like relationship crap. I think the little blue pill.
Yeah.
You know?
If you're experiencing an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, please seek medical attention immediately at your local ER hospital.
Let me put it this way. If I'm experiencing an erection of any length, I'm immediately going to the ER.
Well, Kat, if you
never had a lady boner,
experience priapism, there's all kinds of other things wrong with that. That would be like one of us experiencing a period. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's
why
I said.
without a can of frozen tomato juice anyway.
I just like real
oh
quick.
God, why did you remind me of that?
Because
I
it's
just
funny.
like to address Clue's comment real quick. If he did so, Samuel would probably be facing 900 years in prison instead of the previous guy's 700. They're going to up it every time, by the way. You know, you go big or go home, you know, so.
You know what, though? Being an immortal eldritch entity from beyond, this realm, it's not like I don't have 900 years to sit on my thumbs and twiddle them.
Well, maybe we just trap you in a fucking dark cave by yourself.
I wouldn't be.
I would rather be
with
in a
no
dark cave
internet service. Okay, no
okay,
internet.
That's good. I can live without
Again,
internet.
wouldn't be the first time. I can handle it.
I gotta eat.
Well, blue pilling. I will tell you this: when blue pilling is good, because I'm gonna run this joke right into the ground. Blue pilling is good when you're a 90-year-old man and you want to go out having a good time. That's when it's good.
Doesn't sound like a good time. It sounds like your heart's gonna explode.
At least
Yeah,
you'll be
but
having
meantime
fun
it'll
when your heart
explode when I'm
explodes.
balls deep.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm with you, Mother.
but literally the act of your heart exploding is not going to feel great, and then you're
It'd
going to
be
be a dead
fast.
corpse on top of some woman.
Yeah, but I'll be
Be
like
fast.
92, and so it'll be fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Not for her, it won't,
It's not my problem.
and not
at
for
that
you
point, is it?
for about the 20 seconds beforehand.
At that point, once I'm a corpse, once I'm just meat pinning a poor girl down, right? It's no longer my problem.
On top of that, there are so many worse ways to go. You know what? I fully support
And your
that.
heart exploding? I don't know.
There's a lot far worse. I mean, slow
The only
degeneration of
one I could probably,
cancer,
I'd say probably
dementia.
dementia you don't know about. I had a grandmother that went through that. She didn't know shit. She forgot that my mother was her daughter. What do you mean dementia?
But
I'd say the worst ones are going to be being burned alive and probably being eaten alive.
Cancer's also unpleasant. Yeah, but it's a slow death. Just you know what? If I were a guy, I totally agree. I totally do what you're talking about. That 92 years old, couple of blue pills.
Well, they say that the ladies can take the blue pills and it just kind of like ups your drive.
That's what they say. There are other pills formulated specifically for that. I wouldn't necessarily take something that was. This is where you get into problems with like gender identities, because like certain things are formulated for male biology, and in this case, things like Viagra, Cialis, these kinds of pills are formulated for male biology.
Yeah.
Women can take them, but they probably shouldn't. Just like men probably shouldn't take birth control pills. I mean, women shouldn't take those either, but they're not formulated for men.
Wait, why would men take birth
why?
control
What?
pills?
I didn't say they would. I'm saying this as an example of like there's
I
a
don't know.
reason that
In this day and age, there might be people taking it. You're confusing me.
I'm not confused. There's nothing confusing about it. It's just like you don't take pills that are formulated for the opposite sex.
Zillage, just for the record, I don't know anything about it either. It's just what I've heard that it jacks up a woman's thing.
Though, let me just. Well,
I've never had a desire to try to test the whole 4-hour thing, because I feel like that would be awful. It's bad enough when you wake up in the morning, you got to use the bathroom. You're like, hold on, let me try to aim here. Like, let alone for 4 hours.
You turn and you break off a portion of the sink. Kohai here suggesting I go full on Gerald's game with this.
The fuck does that mean?
You never read Gerald's Game?
No, I don't know what that means.
So it's a Stephen King book. It's about a couple who's trying to spice up their life. So they go to a remote cabin, and he ties the wife down, but he suffers a fatal heart attack with the key out of reach.
Yeah,
and she has to sit there and deal with the fact that no help is coming in his cabin, out in the middle of nowhere, with her dead husband mere feet from her, and she is tied to that bed and cannot get free.
Oh dear God.
That's about the time you explore breaking your thumb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I think she does. Carla Gugino played the woman in the movie version.
Yeah, I've heard about that. That's wild, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I don't know that I would be that cruel. I figure if my weight's not enough to hold her down, then she deserves to get free. I am a romantic. Yeah, in some universes anyway. Maybe not this one.
I know this is actually kind of off topic, but I just wanted to share this for the record for all those moviegoers out there. I so can't wait to see this movie.
Which one?
You'll see. Samuel has the clip.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited about the onset shenanigans of a cat?
No.
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that my location gets struck with the space laser next before that comes out.
Same, and I love cats.
Just the fact that is an article. Is that the best you got to write about this crap? Like, are you serious?
Just the fact that the cat is more popular than you. Come on, just pause a moment. You must really suck if a cat is more popular than you.
Yeah.
Though, let me just say, whenever you guys mention Destiny, I keep thinking of the video game.
Destiny.
No. I was talking about the leftist.
I know, but every time I hear that,
head.
I go, oh, the video game.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you have a problem.
that would be
I
that
don't
would
have
be
a
you
problem.
who thinks that. Most
You
people, when they
have
hear the
a
term destiny,
problem.
either think
No,
of
I
this
don't.
guy or they think of
Yes,
the
you
eternal
do.
concept.
You have the alcohol, the gamer's version of alcoholism.
No, I don't. I play video
Yes,
games.
you do.
Behemoth. He is. He is.
Oh, Stephen King is screwed up, man. That dude is out of his mind.
It's one weird old woman.
Wait, do you have the trailer? Can we see the trailer though? Just out of curiosity.
Trailer for what?
Gerald's
The
game?
cat trailer.
Oh, I was gonna say you don't
No.
want to watch Gerald's game.
No, I don't want to watch that creepy, effed up movie about some woman dying of starvation because her husband
Thirst.
thought it was.
Thirst comes first.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Speaking of thirst,
You
don't mind
can
if I
live
do.
up to 3 weeks without food, but water's
Yeah.
3 to 4 days. Yeah, 2 if you're already dehydrated, which she likely was given the activities they were undergoing.
Yeah. Which means you have 48 hours to save yourself. You better figure out how to break a finger and get your hand through something. I don't
And
care
the
if you got
longer
to
you take, the weaker you get.
Yeah. And I don't care if you got to chew on the knots or something with your teeth. You better get going. Because you're gonna be there probably for a good couple hours just chewing.
Yeah.
Well, something tells me there's a lot of people who are never ever going to even consider something like that now.
What, Viagra and tying your
No,
partner
getting
up?
tying your partner up.
I have to be honest. Never ever has crossed my mind once ever to do it. But I can't say that. Sure, there's probably not people that don't mind it. Teach their own, I guess.
Village minds.
Until they starve to death.
Well, look, it doesn't always go that way. And 9 times out of 10, you're in a place where you can yell out enough, someone will hear you. You know, we're talking about, in the story, they go out to a remote cabin. There's nobody for miles and miles and miles around. Whereas generally speaking, yeah, this kind of thing happens all the time in populated areas, and not so much the dying, but the tying down, that's pretty basic as far as kink goes.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, cannibalism is always an option. That is true.
I mean,
not my first option, but it's definitely an option.
I mean, you're gonna have better luck trying to chew through the sheets holding binding you or the rope or whatever than you will be like chewing through your own arm.
Mm-hmm. Clue says the turn on is that nobody can hear you. Maybe for some people, I like to freak out my neighbors.
Wow. Y'all taking it to a next level right now.
Hey, don't look at me.
We kept it relatively on point till the end here, and we started talking about blue pills.
I'm playing Warframe.
I thought you were playing Destiny.
Well, I switched to Warframe because I needed to be able to focus more on what you guys were saying. Now I could probably go back to Destiny. Plus, I was live streaming Destiny once, so I might want to go back to keeping the new story going with the new character going with my live stream.
Just for the record, Zillage in the chat agreed with me that you got a problem. said that was your addiction talking because you said you didn't have a problem. The wording of it was just funny because it sounds like you're at an AA meeting and you're like in denial. I don't have an alcohol problem. Be like going, that's the addiction talking. Okay.
I don't have a problem.
As I'm downloading Fortnite again.
Yeah, see? And I'm not playing Destiny right now. I'm playing Warframe. There's a difference. They're not the same.
I mean, in comparison, I downloaded Fortnite. I haven't started it. You've been playing. I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you shit. I mean,
because we're Warframe. When are you gonna play Destiny? We gotta get you into Destiny when I'm trying to build some raid teams.
Probably when I stick my finger in a wall socket.
Okay. Go ahead and stick your finger in the wall socket. I'll wait.
Well, Kat's got plenty of sockets, just lying around on that
plenty.
desk.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. I really thought you were going another direction because of the blue pill thing, but no,
that's because you're a pervert.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're all perverts at this point. My experience has been you're all perverts. You're all perfect.
If you guys
You know, I was gonna
enjoy
actually
these,
share this link with family to let them know about the fire stuff, and then it's like, yeah, no,
just tell
I'm
them
deaf.
when to stop watching.
And I
We
was like,
covered the fire stuff.
That doesn't
and
mean
I
they're
was
gonna
like,
stop
yeah, I'm
watching,
definitely
Sam.
not telling him to watch this.
You know, but if you all out there in YouTube land enjoy these kinds of jokes, it gets much worse on our Sunday Star Trek show.
Oh
dear
God,
God.
tomorrow's gonna be
It's fun though.
Oh, it is. Well,
So,
it is for some of us. I think well, in Kat's defense, I didn't warn her what she was walking into, so I think she was kind of like, "Wow," and
Talk Star Trek.
yeah, but we want to make gay jokes too,
we are talking Star Trek and gay jokes at the same time.
and
It's
a
called
lot of
multitasking.
gay jokes.
I'm starting to wonder: am I surrounded by a whole bunch of gay dudes, and there's some kind of conspiracy plot or something?
Maybe.
Where you're all getting
let me-
together, going, "Hey," where there's some kind of secret LGBT club, and they're like, "Hey, let's troll a little Muslim woman."
No. Let me explain something to you, Kat, which I think I have already explained to you. This is how straight dudes relate to each other. We call each other gay.
Mhm.
It's a thing that straight dudes do. Yes.
Dudes. We
They
don't
aren't
talk
doing
about
it
that.
around you because you're a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we do far worse. They do far worse around me. They do the straight jokes.
What do they do? They make you touch your pee-pee?
No, we joke around. Me and Kay are always like,
You said they did worse. I don't know. I meant is
we have interesting straight jokes.
Straight jokes? What the fuck is a straight joke?
Yeah, I don't know.
What
You'd
is
like
a
to know.
straight
You'd
joke?
like to know.
That's not a thing among like regular dudes.
I don't think that's a thing.
You know, me and Kay are constantly joking about stuff.
Right. But I'm saying, as a man who has been around men and boys my entire life, this is a very normal thing for dudes.
Oh
to do,
yeah,
and they're
it's
just
very
like-
I don't know. Like I said, you could be. I'm starting to wonder. Let's troll the little Muslim.
Trust
No,
me,
no,
you
we
know,
were, we
know
were,
if
we
I
were
was
doing this
trolling you.
before we beamed you aboard. This is already a thing.
Zenny says straight jokes sound pretty gay.
They kind of do, right? It's like a gay person would tell straight jokes.
Yeah, I know, right?
No.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Yeah,
telling them straight jokes.
Yeah, it's Zilla just hitting it on the head here. When we roast each other, usually we're pretty close, but when women do it, it's like mean.
Yeah, it's usually
know?
malicious. Where guys usually do it to kind of clown the fuck out of each other.
Damn. I wouldn't know. I don't spend a lot of time around feminine women.
Well, I mean, but you also don't know though because you're not one of the guys. I mean, that's not like not a knock at you. Like, it's just
Yeah, I'm
you're a female, so I mean, they're not gonna probably joke as hard with you as they would say, each other.
You'd be surprised.
But
Yeah, well, I don't
kinda
understand the
wrapping-
whole concept about women. What is it? I don't know.
kind of wrapping this up with a nice little bow on it. We are probably going to call it here so that we can all go get something to eat. We've got stuff coming up later. Ryan's going to bounce anyway and bail on us, and at this point, we're really just.
Hey, I would just like to say for the record, I was here. Your newest member of Abyssal Musing seems to lack making it on certain streams. That's all. Oh no, Amir's in the chat.
Clue's got the link every week too, but he never shows up on the panel hardly anymore. I know why. It's because he's busy. He's working. But
oh yeah, of course. You know that
Hi,
your boss is. Yeah, I was about to say your boss is here, right?
So, but that said, we are probably going to bring this to a close so that we can get about the rest of our evenings. I'm starving myself. I think I'm going to go have a steak before later on stuff. So,
unless Kat wants to tell more gay jokes,
straight jokes, gay jokes.
No. I meant actual gay jokes on this one.
I don't know. So,
would you prefer straight jokes, Kat?
You want an idea? So, like I said, we joke about that things like I'm thinking about you, right? Kind of it's like just flirting, kind of over the top flirting.
Wait, what? You flirt with your coworkers?
It's a joke in the but it's like
yeah.
That's what I meant when I
guarantee
said
that's
stroke joke.
not the same thing as guys bonding.
Do your guy coworkers kind of do that to you?
What? Yeah, me and Kay, we do it all the time. Constantly jokingly
that-
flirting.
Maybe he
over
kind
the top.
maybe he kind of likes you. I don't know. I'm just
No,
Yeah.
no. It's an ongoing thing between the two of us. Where it's like, you know,
That's an
the thing
ongoing
is, it's
thing,
hard
huh?
for me to just say it because it just comes spontaneous and random. We're like, yeah, well, cameras aren't on.
I'm sure. What the
You know-
fuck? Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
that sounds like flirting. That doesn't sound like
No,
male
but
bonding.
it isn't flirting. We both know it's joking. That's why it's like it's kind of hard to put it into context. But when you've worked with these guys long enough, yeah, it's joking. It sounds like we're flirting. It's not
I
even
will admit
flirting.
this,
It's
you-
way over the top, kind of like.
Sometimes you can't put a label on love.
You know,
Yeah, well,
such
between you and
being
me,
such a dick right now. I'm being
You know,
such an
Ryan-
the
Ryan
love
would
I
know
share
too,
with you,
wouldn't he?
right?
Hey. Can't
There's
put a
no
price on
lo-
love, bro.
Yeah, well, clearly
right,
the love
let's-
between the two of you has no
let's-
price.
Oh no,
Obviously.
we're hetero life mates. We're bound at the
Yeah,
hip.
I don't get that. What the hell? I don't get it.
It's
How can
a
it be hetero
joke.
life, mate?
It
the
is.
thing.
It's a joke. Because
I
It's a
there's
joke
such
from
thing
a
as
movie
hetero
that I
life.
saw
it.
years ago.
I do not understand it.
It's basically
Well-
another way of us joking around and like, you know,
No,
just
but I don't understand what your hetero life mates.
there's no such thing. There's only thing
Yeah,
is like
It's
Oh!
just it's
It was
just a
between
silly
men or
way of
women.
saying
Yeah.
you know, good friends who it's
yeah.
you didn't watch a lot of Kevin Smith movies growing up, did you?
No, I didn't.
'Cause
watch
that's where I
also-
stole it from.
Yeah, it's also meant to sound when being said as like incredibly gay. It's supposed to sound
Yeah.
like that. It's the
It's supposed to
point.
be like a couple of
Ah.
guys who are saying that we're totally hetero, but in the gayest of ways.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's
Cat's
like
like,
you said, it's
I-
just
look, I
it's a
said
joke
there's
that
no
without the
li-
context, I guess. I don't
like-
know.
Like I said, there's no label for your love.
See,
get it.
that was funny.
mhm.
That was
There you
really
go.
funny. I
Try.
like that.
See, the problem is with most of your jokes, I don't understand because I have a very closeted upbringing. So when you start talking about butt pancakes and whatever, I don't get it. Most of the
What?
time.
What?
Okay.
Pancakes?
Wow. First of all,
I have no idea. I leave it to your weird
have you been
language.
watching Camelot?
What
Who?
in the hell?
Have you
have
have
no
you been watching
idea.
Camelot 331? Because he says that shit all the time. Or
What-
like
what
He
belly
says
pancakes.
stomach pancakes. I've never heard him say butt pancakes.
I have no idea what I just randomly put two words together. What is
I
it?
mean,
But
I've
what is
heard
it
him say
you
that.
use?
I'm
But
sorry,
cake,
I've
but
heard-
tacos. It's tacos.
I know exactly what butt pancakes are. And
It's a thing. I didn't even know.
stomach
what was it.
pancakes.
I
Uh,
didn't even think that was a thing.
Man
I
batter.
randomly.
Yeah, you're
So I meant.
you're making a
didn't-
deposit.
Yeah.
DJ Direwolf, I approve
All right,
of Camelot.
on that
I did
note-
too.
Let's go around the horn. Ryan, what do you got coming up?
Oh, make me advertise for our show.
I-
Well, so
It's
tomorrow,
clear sexism.
tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. 3 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time is at a time that we've all agreed on that works for everybody. We will be doing be doing the original series of Star Trek on our show Star Trek Engage. Myself, Samuel, Horny Alf, Adam the Red Shirt, also known as Adam the Renaissance Nerd. Devil Made Me Do It. Kat the Hijabi Gamer is there for the
You
most
can just point at
hysterical
me.
gay jokes.
I'm right
no.
here.
Well, yeah,
You can be like,
Just-
and
you have a name, woman.
I do. Can't
Um,
see it right
But we'll be doing what episode are we? It's number 3, but what's the name?
now. No,
we're
I
in-
think it's number 4. Wait, the one after Charlie X. We
I
did.
think
Charlie
it's
X is 2.
Where No Man Has Gone Before, but I'm not 100% correct on that.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
so too.
Yes,
But
Zach.
I will have it. Okay,
Give me a
Kat's gonna
sec.
Google it, and then of course
I'm
on
not gonna
Monday night,
Google it, I'm
go.
gonna Amazon.
Kat's gonna Google it. So on Monday
I'm using
night, we're
Amazon.
going to be doing Game of Thrones season 5, episode number 1. We are starting season 5 now. JV will only be able to be on panel for about an hour, so that means that my co-host, second in command, will be after he bounces, will be I was informed Lily 300 Mirrors because she is McQueen of all of us. So, but no, it'll be myself and Shadow. Nomi, Nomi will be there, and of course Tyler the Redbeard, and hopefully Mr. Grant Gregory can make it. It's a little bit harder because he's in Australia and he's on a very different time zone. So, but that's what we got coming up.
Yeah, we're all on a different time zone now that you're no longer Eastern Standard Time. Yes, it's 3 p.m.
You mean
Mountain
now that I live closer to the majority of the people I stream with, like,
Yeah.
And by the way,
much
it's
more
season
reasonable.
one.
Cat, we're gonna get you out of New Jersey, like we're gonna get our friends out of Canada.
Why?
That's all I'm gonna tell
New
you.
Jersey's nice and safe. Nothing happens here. That's the
It's
great
also in
part
a
about
stupid time zone.
Florida's in the same time zone. I'll have you
I know. Also in a stupid time zone.
New Jersey, one of the great things about New Jersey, nothing happens here. All the insanity. Literally, we will get alerts. Oh my God, a storm is coming in your direction. And it will literally go right over New Jersey. We get like catastrophic storm events once a decade.
That's because even tourists don't stop in New Jersey. Why would a
I
storm?
know. It's great. It's wonderful. It's peaceful. It's quiet. Stay out of New Jersey. I mean,
Yeah.
people are like, who the hell
Pay
is
me to
Chris
live in New
Christie?
Jersey.
Chris
Cat.
Christie, and it's like, yeah, he's from New Jersey. Phil Murphy. Most people have no idea who he is.
Most people don't care who Phil Murphy
Yeah,
is.
because it's New Jersey. It's wonderful. It's peaceful. It's quiet.
You
all
guys
crazy.
eat like spaghetti without a fork when one's sitting right there on the
Yes,
table.
we
We saw it.
That
We
is
saw that
anti-New
picture.
Jerseyan hate, and that is we do not tolerate hate speech.
Yeah. What do you have coming up,
It's
Kat?
discrimination against New Jerseyans. By the way, it is season 1, episode 3, where no man has gone before. Thank
That's
you.
what I said.
was right. I said it first, Habibi.
No, you said
Excuse
episode
me.
4.
No, I said episode. I said no, where no man has gone before.
This is my fault. Kat, what do you have coming up?
Well, clearly, apparently, supposedly I'm going paintball gunning tomorrow in the morning. Hopefully, I'll be back in time. I should be back in time for Where No Man Has Gone Before, because that's like 5 p.m. What time is that Eastern Standard? 5? I think it's 5.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr.
Yep.
Mountain Standard Colorado fancy dude.
It's actually
No.
Mountain Daylight. There's no standard in there. Mountain
Whatever the
Daylight
hell
time.
it is, Mr. Snooty Colorado man.
There will be, you know.
What
after the
was
fall.
that, Samuel? Your
Just-
No, there won't be a
microphone
mess in
was
there after the fall.
your microphone was freaking out, dude. So I'd be like, no, there was, and like it would like make your voice
I mean,
deeper. Sounded
Yes, I
evil,
can make my
man.
voice deeper. How about this?
Okay, well that's you doing it, but your microphone did it on its
Yeah,
own.
I
It
don't
was,
know if there was some kind of technical thing. It's like it doesn't have those features on it, so I don't know.
I
what the hell that
guarantee the
was.
chat heard it. I guarantee the chat heard it.
Wait, Zillish just brought a really wonderful point. You are closer to California than I am.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
we hate that. Why do you think we're all about cutting them off and floating them over
Zilix,
to China?
that was creepy. Suka is laughing. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I was just, speaking, and maybe a little bit of the devil creeped into it. Whatever. Anyway,
That's the
Kat,
real
Kat,
Eldritch
have
God
we
coming out.
Covered everything that you've got coming up.
Yeah, I
No.
still just can't get over the turban. That's
Oh, it's
Arab
not- it's-
cultural appropriation.
It's not a turban. That's an updo.
It's a Karen haircut. It's a Karen hair.
Oh, that's a
Here,
turban.
I'll bring in full screen. You can see a little
It
bit.
looks
Yeah.
like a turban.
I know it does, but it's not. That's not what it is.
Yeah, it
It's
looks like
literally
a turban because it's a really bad Photoshop.
That's the point of it.
So, all right. Well, in that case, that brings us around to me. My name is Samuel the Infamous. This is obviously streaming mainly from my channel here. We do this every Saturday afternoon, Screaming into the Void. Do Abyssal Musings Friday nights, and on Sundays, as these two have already talked about, Star Trek Engage. Hope to see you all there. I also do some work for Amira, who we just saw in the chat there a little bit, on Linus Exiled, who may be going live tonight as well. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. We'll see you there, hopefully.
Hello,
at some point.
ladies.
No, you know what? I can. It's like a Buffalo Bill kind of sounding voice. Is that what you were getting at?
I don't know.
No, literally, you were talking, and then it went like this, and then like it literally like it was like a dip in your audio. It made your voice
weird.
deeper inadvertently.
That
very
was probably
strange.
just a digital glitch. As
But yeah,
opposed
of course
to,
it was.
my playing Goodbye Horses and putting on some lipstick and tucking it back. Would you fuck me?
You want to work if you're going to be tucking it back and putting on some lipstick. You need to work on raising your voice.
You guys didn't see
higher.
You didn't see Silence of the Lambs apparently either.
No,
That's a direct reference to a specific scene in that movie.
You keep referencing these movies I've never heard of.
Okay.
Never
On
heard
that
of
note,
Silence of the Lambs?
everybody,
Wow.
have a wonderful night, and remember, it could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras.
Save your breath. Full screen.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.